sure to check out Agelessgeeks for your figures and collectibles. So what is going on, my fellow collectors? How is everybody doing today? Daredevil19 here, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Bandai Tamashii Nations SH Figuarts Street Fighter BLANKA. So let's get into it right away and take a quick look at the box. So as you can see, we do get the basic style box that we have been getting for the SH Figuarts Street Fighter line. So we do get the one right there on the front of the box. On the top does say SH Figuarts, and we do get the Tamashii Nations quality sticker. On the bottom says Street Fighter number 9 and BLANKA. Then we do get an image of the figure. Then we do get the Tamashii Nations and Bandai stamps there. And then the bottom of the box here, we do get that same image on the front of the box, but closer up. And then here is the top of the box. And then the one side with the cool image of the figure once again there. Then here's the other side of the box. And the back of it does show a few cool poses you can get the figure into, along with most of the accessories. But anyway, that is the packaging. Let's get this figure open to take a closer look at Street Fighter's version of the Hulk. Alrighty, taking a closer detailed look, and Tamashii Nations did do a really dope job with this BLANKA here. This is my first Street Fighter figure I've gotten from their line, well, really gotten from any line, and I am impressed with how it turned out. My main issue personally is there is no shading at all on this figure, and to me that does bring it down a little bit. If they added shading, man, this thing would look so much better, but that's my personal preference. It's not for everybody. But besides that, I mean, the figure looks dope, man. The face sculpts turned out so awesome on this BLANKA here. It looks like there's a little shading maybe around the eyes, which look really nice, and I like how they made the eyes looking up, so it's like he's looking down at you and his eyes are looking right up at you. The teeth are sculpted and painted really well. Just nice sculpt throughout the face. We do have his thick like eyebrows that have no eyebrow hair or fur on there, but very clean paint where the skin tone for the green meets the orange for the hair there. And the hair turned out really nice too. It is in 3 parts. Sometimes it falls off on the ball peg where it's articulated here and where it connects into the face, which does get a bit irritating, but the sculpt of the hair turned out really nice. It is a soft rubbery type plastic, so it kind of hinders the articulation a little bit, but also doesn't, since it is articulated and soft as well. But the sculpt of the hair looks pretty damn cool. And then the torso, or the skin tone, actually does have a very nice sculpted texture to it, and throughout his skin, like around his traps or collarbone, you can see the sculpted veins on there, and just nice sculpt work throughout the muscle definition on the torso and on the arms as well. Same with on the back, you can see some more veins sculpted on there and everything. And then same with the arms, they have veins sculpted all throughout it. We just get some nice sculpt detail all throughout it. We do get his fur right under his chesticles, and then some more fur on his forearm there, which look pretty cool. And then we do get his torn or ripped shorts, and I like how they did the shorts here, how it looks torn, how it's like a whitish type color, then blends into that beige or light brown color. Same with around the waist. I dig the way that turned out, so nice job, Tamashii Nations. And we do get some sculpted wrinkles throughout the shorts there on the front and the back. And then for the lower legs, the knee joints look great on the figure. We do get more of his fur on his shins there. We do get some more sculpted veins around the calves and stuff, which look dope. And then we do have his chains that he broke out of around his ankle, or ankle cuffs, whatever you would like to call them, and they look pretty cool. As you can see, they are a separate piece, and it looks like they're like a bronze type color. And then the feet here, we do get some more sculpted veins there, and then we do get his long toenails that could probably scratch you badly. And then the bottom of them, not too much going on, but overall I think Tamashii Nations did a pretty damn good job with this BLANKA. Personally, for me, I would have liked some shading, at least on the skin tone, but besides that, they really did do a dope job with the paint and sculpt. But anyway, let's continue on. Moving on to the accessories, BLANKA is included with a few cool things. What we do get 2 interchangeable faces. And starting on the left, we do get the angry teeth gritted face, which is the face that does come on the figure out of the packaging, and they did a fantastic job with that one, with both of them actually. And then on the right, we do get the yelling, screaming type face, and the sculpt detail and the paint detail really does look fantastic on both the faces, and it is fairly simple to swap them out. I'll show you how to do that right now. And the way you swap BLANKA's faces is fairly simple. It's just scary because his neck joint is so thin. So what you have to do, you have to remove the back part of his hair, which is just pegged in to the face right there. So you just do that and you pull on the face to unpeg it. See what I mean? How small the joint is, that's really nerve-wracking because it just looks like something that can break so easily. So you take the new face and you push forward to get it on. You don't push down. So you get that on, then you take the hair here and peg that in like so, and then there you go. That's how you swap BLANKA's faces, and I think I like the yelling, screaming face better on the figure. So we do get the two interchangeable faces, and then we also get two effect type pieces for when BLANKA is using his ability and electrocuting people, and then we do have a little stand for it as well. Then we do have a backdrop piece, which I'll show you shortly. So we do get two of them. One is of Chun-Li, and then one is of Ryu, and whenever you want to use whichever one, you take the little stand and slide whichever one in there, and then it just stands up on its own. I'll show you what it looks like shortly, but I mean, it's a pretty cool little added thing they gave with BLANKA. You can see it as clear. We have the electricity around their feet, and you can see their skeleton as they're getting electrocuted along with their silhouette. So you can tell that's Chun-Li, and then you can tell this one is Ryu, but it does look really cool. So very cool little added accessories to give BLANKA there, and then whoops, there goes his one face. And then we do get this little backdrop here to recreate one of the stages, as you can see there, and you can connect them like that, as you can see. But there's the other one right there, and they're supposed to stand up on their own, but the left one doesn't like to stand up. The right one does, but the left one doesn't want to for me, so that does kind of suck. And I'll show you what that looks like with those effects right now quickly. And this is what it looks like when you set up the backdrop here along with the accessory with BLANKA using his ability. And it does look pretty cool once you have it set up, but that's not how I'm going to have my BLANKA displayed, but definitely does give you another option to display your figure. So we do get that stuff. And then we finally get 4 alternate hands. And starting on the top here, we do get a pair of fists, of course, and these are not the hands that come on the figure out of the packaging. And then on the bottom here, we do get a pair of like open type hands, and these are the ones that do come on the figure out of the packaging. And we get some very nice sculpt detail throughout all 4 hands. You can see his veins on like the top of his hands, and they did paint the fingernails. I think they missed the middle finger on this one right there, and it is pretty simple to swap the hands as well. But anyway, that's all the accessories included with BLANKA. Let's keep moving on with the rest of the review, shall we? Now for the height of the Hulk's cousin to the very top of his head. It looks like he's a little bit over 6 inches tall. Then to the very top of his orange hair, he's around 6 inches and 3/4 of an inch tall. And then here he is compared to the SH Figuarts Jiraiya, the Infinity War Hulk, the NECA original movie TMNT Raphael, and the Storm Collectibles Goro. And then here he is compared to the Revoltech Amazing Yamaguchi Gambit, the SH Monster Arts Predator Wolf, the SH Figuarts Infinity War Thor, and the San Diego Comic-Con Piccolo. And then here he is compared to the Storm Collectibles Smoke, the SH Figuarts Sage Mode Naruto, the Mayfax Justice League Batman, and the Figma Black Swordsman Guts. And then here he is compared to the SH Figuarts Awakened Warrior Super Saiyan Goku and the Mezco 112 Deadpool. Anyway, there's some quick comparisons. Let's keep moving on with the rest of the review. So now for the articulation, and Street Fighter version of Hulk has some really nice movement here. So as I mentioned before, the hair is articulated. Just right here, it's on a ball peg, so it can pivot a little bit, move up and down, and swivel as well. Then we do get 2 joints at the neck here. So the upper neck joint, you can get BLANKA to look up about that much. Looks down about that much. You do get pretty good pivot there, and then it does swivel a little bit as well. The lower neck here has some really nice movement also, so it does move forward and back, both joints. You can look down about that much, both joints up about that much. You do get a little bit of pivot there, and then it does swivel as well, so we do get some alright movement at both the neck joints. Then we do get a point of articulation at the torso under his fur right there, under his chesticles, and that joint crunches forward really well, so he is meant to do crouching poses, which works out really well. And then he does go back about that much with that joint. You do get a little bit of pivot there, and then a slight swivel. Then the waist here goes forward and back a tiny bit. So with both joints, he pretty much crunches forward 90 degrees. Both joints goes back about that much. You get a little more pivot at the waist, and then slight swivel as well. And then the arms here, he kind of has shoulder joints like the Infinity War Hulk, the way you move like the peg in there, you kind of have to move the butterfly joint out first to move that joint a little bit, because you can get it in a circular motion there, but he does have a nice butterfly joint, so you can almost crisscross his arms, or you could have him holding his own hands there, and you do get nice movement at the shoulder there. And then the arms do go out to the sides about a little more than 90 degrees, so that's definitely good. They do go up and down. We don't have true bicep swivel, so you will either have to use it at the shoulder joint, or you could use it at the single jointed elbow. Is that bends in about 90 degrees, so that's fine with me, but you do get nice swivel at the elbow. And then we do have a ball hinge on the wrist, so it does swivel and hinges back and forth. Now for the legs here, we actually get the drop down leg joints, as you can see. So Blanka can kick forward about 90 degrees, goes to the back, not too much, and let's see if Blanka can Jean-Claude Van Damme it, and he cannot. They just hit, it looks like about 45 degrees, so not the best outward movement with the legs. Then we do get the hip swivel, which is actually really good on this figure. Then we do have double jointed knees that bend back almost all the way, so that's definitely good. And then the ankles here, you get great movement with these. We do get a swivel. They hinge up really well, same with hinging down, and then you get a 90-degree bend ankle pivot. Beautiful ankle articulation with Blanka. Then we do have a bit of a toe hinge right there. So overall, this Blanka does have some nice movement, and you're going to be able to get him into all the types of crouching or Blanka-y like poses, and I'm about to show you some of those poses right about now. But anyway, that is my review of the SH Figuarts Street Fighter Blanka. Hope you enjoyed it. If I had to rate this figure between a 1 through 10, I'd have to give it an 8.5. If you would like to know the price and where to buy this figure, I did get mine from Agelessgeeks, so you can head over to Agelessgeeks.com to see if it's on there. If it's not, I do recommend going through their Instagram or Facebook page. I will put more information in the description below. And if you would like to support the channel, don't forget to subscribe and click on that notification bell. And if you liked it, feel free to give it a thumbs up. If you didn't like it, oh well, I guess you didn't like it. But thanks for watching. I will see you later. We do get a cool image of the figure on the bottom. We do get the Tamashii Nations. And then here's the bottom of the box with a cool image of Blanka there, which is the same image on the front, so I act like I didn't see it before. And on the back of it does show a couple cool poses. Actually, there's more than 2 pictures there. I don't know why I said couple instead of a few. God damn it. The SH Foo. And then the backdrop right there, and it looks pretty cool. Pretty cool. What in the world?